I just rolled up out of bed. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't washed my face. I ain't even brushed my teeth. I just got to the Black House. I'm about to go change clothes, get fresh, and start my day in real life. This joint right here, all this jewelry is way cheaper than all the other jewelry stores everybody brag about and rap about. Like, you got a black woman in Atlanta, family-owned business, passed down to her by her dad, legacy, who got jewelry less expensive than all the fancy jewelry stores everybody rap about, and then I supporting a black woman. And I know I could drive her down some more the price, and she'll appraise it, and her appraisals come back strong. I love that chain. But say this bracelet, right? It's dope, it's shiny, low crushed diamonds, but yo, to me, that's just bullshit, bro. The difference in this, why I like this better, because the stones are bigger. It look good and glittery, but the smaller the stones, the less value they have, the less value they retain. So you're actually paying for the optical illusion. 2006, going 2007, I had a 30 carat diamond chain, VS stones, appraised for 89,000, right? So I've been through this. So the things I'm saying is not to sound smart or be like some scholar. It's like, yo, bro, I balled out of control. Like I did all this already. Hard times hit. I go to sell a joint, bro. They're trying to give me not even half of what I paid. And I went to 7, 8, 9 different jewelers in New York, Diamond District and all of that. And they're like, yeah, this the price it goes for, but the resale price don't be that. Everybody paying all this money for these joints, but when you try to go sell it back, so that's why I buy jewelry how I buy jewelry. Not that I plan on falling off, I have to sell it back, but I buy stuff that I know I could go up or get most of my bread back or all my bread or some more bread. And it's not because I got the bread I can. That's the most idiotic statement in the world, because I got the bread I can. Yeah, Warren Buffett can do a lot of shit. Bill Gates can do a lot of shit. Jeff Bezos can do a lot of shit. But so if you got that much power and that much juice that you can, baby boy, flex, then go do some big shit. Go start a government. If you so big boy flex and you can do all of this, then go do some big boy shit. So that's how I keep my checks and balances. It's like, I don't let baby flexes fool me. I just believe in dumb purchases in moderation, at best, barely at all, and consciously knowing, not throwing this joint on, knowing I'm losing money as I'm doing it, but then act like I'm really doing something. And teaching financial literacy. Buying a watch. That's an asset, putting diamonds on it, depreciating the asset, and then preaching financial literacy. It's hypocrisy. Bro.
My name is Kenny Jordan. I am the personal driver of Mr. Jay Morrison. Being part of this movement, I know what his agenda is and helping our people with financial literacy. I feel honored. Every day, I hear it, I see it, I witness it, and I will attest, yes, he's looking out for us.
This was one of our flips that we funded for Tulsa Real Estate Fund, where we made a bad situation and turned it into something good, right? So this property, we actually funded 100% financing to an investor to, again, put money back in our community and to be a funding source for the urban community. The investor, through circumstance, couldn't perform, and unfortunately we had to foreclose. Not what we want to do, but we had to foreclose to protect our interest and our partner's interest. But we were able to foreclose on the property, fix it, finish fixing it, put it back on the market, and still cash out for a positive profit and positive ROI. And this asset right here is actually the asset that we were able to send out and disperse dividend payments to our fund partners, right? Ideally, we want to put money back into the fund and keep growing the fund, but to make something good out of something that was not so good, we took a foreclosed asset, cashed out on it, and then distributed those proceeds to our TREF partners as their dividend, right? So as a private lender, we were able to do social good, empowering a black developer and entrepreneur. We were able to revitalize this community. We were able to put our capital to use at what was, I believe, a 26% plus IRR. I think we're actually in the 30s, but I don't want to misquote myself, right? So we're able to make a 20+% internal rate of return, help fund a black developer, help revitalize the community, put our capital to use, and also pay a dividend from this one asset standing behind me right here. So this is real work, real receipts, real results, real efforts, in real life.
I sat in that car again for 3 years, and I never, and I can really testify this, never heard them try and say anything like, yeah, we can get over, so what? Don't worry about that. As long as we gonna make our bag, never, never. And I listened for it.
Think about all the millions that ball players have made from the 80s to today, bro. If we were to add all the millions up from all the black ball players from the 80s to today, bro. We could have bought, what's the nation again fighting with Russia? Ukraine. We could have bought Ukraine. Bro, you could probably take the top 10 players of every year and just add their salaries up over the last 20 years and bought Ukraine.
That's crazy. No way thinking.
Bro, we like being little homies. We like being, remember, we were the servant, we were the slaves, we were the servants to the masters. The master, yeah, they whooped our ass and made us work, but they fed us. They housed us. They clothed us. We still ain't detached from that same fucking system. It's self-determination, it's self-reliance, meaning you only rely on yourself to figure this shit out. That means you don't figure out how I eat, you don't figure out how I drink, you don't figure out what my waist goes, you don't figure out my education, you don't figure out my shelter, you don't figure out my self-defense. We figure that shit out. Y'all not ready for that. You want Lambos and bust downs. Well, we got bigger problems to bust down. We should be meeting at the Black House with all our financial freedom and all our millions, sitting around every single week, all these leaders and influencers, and influencing real change and real governance. How do we figure this shit out, y'all? Because between the 10 of us, we making about, not to mention the rappers we all know, not to mention the ball players we all know, not to mention the politicians we all know, not to mention the quiet entrepreneurs that don't even have an Instagram making more than all of us. What can we do then? That's why TREF, which is a pilot, a beta test for group economics. Just the opportunity, man. So I'm here, I realize I gotta play my part in not just messaging, but in leading, but in pulling it off. But yo, if it ain't clear, if it ain't plain, my brother Roy Douglas says, the Bible says, the people perish for a lack of vision. Not a lack of faith, not a lack of prayer, not a lack of rollies, not a lack of bust downs. They perish for a lack of vision. Where the fuck is we going?